Greetings, everyone. This is Rock and Roll Spot Convention with the Weekly Comic Round. We've got a decently sized haul this week, so let's get started. Kicking off, we've got Venom War number 5. Wrapping up the Venom War crossover. Finally. So, where we left off, Dylan had once again turned the Codex, and he had used the Codex blade to stab Eddie, who had seemingly fallen under the influence of Carnage, the symbiote, and Meridius, and stabbed Eddie through the back of his chest. So the issue opens. Venom is now, or Eddie Brock is now cut off from his hive. And pretty much all of the symbiotes and cut off from all of the other symbiotes in the said hive. Just as Meridius shows up with All Blood the Necrospear. And so he thought he followed his servants in the Force. But Meridius throws all blood at Dylan, and no one's able to stop it in time. However, old man Dylan, using one of the magic bullets he's managed to get, shoots young Dylan in the back with one, and he's suddenly gold, leaving. Basically, he's his symbiote is now encased in anti-Carnage, but and so all blood basically bounces off of him, and so Dylan takes on Meridius. But Eddie manages to get it back to his feet enough, and he goes after Meridius, and Dylan picks up All Blood and rams it through Meridius, completely destroying him and the zombiotes. But though it does seem like it affected Lee Price. But there's a slight problem though. As Venom symbiote is now encased in basically anti-Carnage. Well, and All Blood is made from a part of Carnage. Well, when antimatter and matter meet, they destroy themselves. They destroy each other. And so the Venom symbiote ejects Venom, and or ejects Dylan, and he's attacked. The symbiote's attacked by soldiers, but seemingly manages to escape. Those soldiers are fairly certain that they destroyed the symbiote. And at a Catholic church in New York. Eddie Brock sits in one of the pews. It's a church that Eddie is rather familiar with, as it's the church that he was going to off himself in when he met the Venom symbiote. But he's and so the story ends with Carnage offering a deal to Eddie. Basically, they bond, and he'll even let Eddie set the terms. How generous! He's going to take Carnage up on the offer, but anyways, that is Venom War. Overall, good story. The tie-ins made it feel like it was just like the tie-ins were just like, hey, let's have Zombies fight this character and that character and every character we can find. So the story, the core story, and the Venom tie-in story were solid. Also, the Spider-Man tie-in was actually pretty good. But yeah, not exactly the best Marvel crossover. Not even the best Marvel crossover this year. But moving on though to our next book, we've got Miles Morales Spider-Man number 27. Where we left off with the new vibranium suit from courtesy of Black Panther. Miles is trying to, he's trying to control his vampiric urges post Blood Hunt. So the issue opens. Miles in school and not looking all that well. But he has to be excused to the restroom at school. But and Gank goes to Gank follows this. Gank says he'll make sure that Miles gets to the bathroom as he's not safely as he doesn't look too well. But it's Shift pretending to be Miles, because Miles is in Wakanda, specifically in T'Chaka, the city that was T'Challa's recent base of operations, so to speak. And so Shift is masquerading as Miles to make it so that it seems that Miles is in school. So Black Panther and Miles paid a visit to Black Panther's ally Niobe. And Niobe has some research that would likely help T'Challa. So, but it's been stolen. So Miles uses his spider sense to see where the thief is absconded to, and it turns out that the thief is is, well, is Besa, another of Charles Ellis for his recently concluded ongoing. And it turns out this was all set up as to basically to test Miles's restraint. And well, seems they have to go to a cave. Um, Meanwhile, with Shift and Gank, apparently Shift's whole thing is that making himself be small, basically Miles' size, as Shift is notably larger. Um, it's causing Miles some discomfort, and basically, or causing Shift some discomfort, and it's not something that And Shift is actually having to learn social cues of people that aren't his clone brother. But Miles and T'Challa go to Miles has to face a herald of Bast, and it seems that he's been deemed worthy to enter the cave and gaze upon the Bishia Rui Soul Tree. But the rest of the task, T'Challa doesn't really know too much about. But the other close ally of T'Challa is there to guide Miles along the way. Shuri, Princess of Wakanda. And that is where the issue ends. I'm digging the story. It seems that it's a common thread in recent Spider titles for underage spiders to go on international trips with with basically just supervision of a slightly older superhero. But moving on to our last book for the moment, we've got Spider-Gwen, the Ghost Spider, number 8. Where we left off, Black Tarantula had continued his courting of sorts of Ghost Spider, and he wasn't having it. But also, a judge's corruption was exposed as the judge was also kidnapped by Black Tarantula. So the issue opens with Mayor Cage making doing a press conference at City Hall. One of the people in attendance tries to shoot the mayor, but the barrel of the gun is blocked by Ghost Spider. And Cage says, "Hey, glad you were here. I may be bulletproof, but reporters and first responders, they ain't." And however, the mayor is photographed in the presence of Ghost Spider, who has an active warrant out for her arrest, and so the two opt to continue their conversation privately. Apparently, City Hall had been recently vandalized by some protesters. They did some redecorating, and it's not Cage style, but to each their own. And Cage kind of sympathizes with the protesters, but he can't say that publicly, obviously. He's saying that we may come to expect a certain level of dishonesty in politics, but that information that leaked about the judge who was stealing funding from programs meant to protect the city's homeless population. Katie wondering how they missed it. And they got 5 hours until the public verdict makes a verdict on over Black Tarantula's app. And so Gwen's got a plan. She's gonna meet up with Black Tarantula, convince him that she agreed with him, but yeah. Elsewhere in New York, a workman and a businessman are come to blows as Mr. Fear's fear toxin has been unleashed. Ghost Spider saves a man from jumping through a window, but he sees her as a giant spider monster. But Gwen takes on Mr. Fear. First thinking he's Dr. Phobia, and then learning that, he didn't have the commitment for a PhD. But Mr. Fear sprays Gwen with fear toxin, and she gets hallucinated and starts to realize, or starts to wonder if maybe the toxin actually is a little bit more possibly affecting the symbiote itself as opposed to her. So yes, leading her to wonder if it's her nightmare or the symbiotes that she's experiencing. The mayor has a talk with his wife. Jessica says that they're going to try and find. She's going to try and find Jessica or Gwen and get everything sorted. But Gwen is having trouble. She's having to remember who she is, and remember not to look down. And the issue ends with Black Tarantula catching Gwen in midair and getting her onto a rooftop, and Gwen simply saying, "Help me." I do have to be curious to which nightmare it was that Gwen was experiencing, hers or the symbiotes, or a combination of the two. But anyways, good issue. That's going to do it for now. As always, feel free to like, share, and subscribe. Links to my Facebook, Blue Sky, Instagram, Mastodon, Twitter, Patreon, and PayPal can be found in the description box down below. Big shout out to Patreon patron Red Bandit's Penis. Thank you so much for your support. It is greatly appreciated. This is Rock and Roll Spock signing off saying, live long and rock hard.